First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakar Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to all you Akim that's pushing this truth and truth sincerity. And no, this is not the same lesson. This is a different lesson, just another lesson on prophecy. And just get straight into it. All right, being occupied in prophecy, Sirach chapter 39. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High. You got these guys that say the laws, the statutes, commandments. That ain't even prophesying at this point, man. It's just about gimmicks and games. And is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. All right. Now let's get this Revelation 19 and 10. All right, Revelation 19 and 10. Let's get this word prophecy before I get into this article. And there's a lot of stuff going on. Let's get this Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. This is the conversation that's going on between John the Revelator and one of the angels. See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Hey, guess what, too? We're supposed to worship Yahweh Shai as well, according to Hebrews, the 1st chapter, verses 1 through 6. And then you start to see why these guys, the Pegmaster and General Yohana, are all over the place, because they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shai. They don't have the spirit of prophecy, man. I'm going to just keep reiterating these guys, because these guys are a joke. And if you want to follow those guys, that's on you. But hey, we're here to prophesy, man. All right, let's go to prophecy, prophetia in the Greek.
Strong's G 4394. Prophetia. Prophetia.
Prophetia. It says prophecy, a discourse emanating from divine inspiration and declaring the purposes of God. The God's name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Real name Yahweh Shai. When you go into the word Jesus, it just means earth pig. When you go to the name Yahweh Shai, it means he who delivers. A discourse emanating from the divine inspiration and declaring the purposes of the Most High, whether by reproving and admonishing the wicked or comforting the afflicted. The brothers and sisters that's in the know-how, they're being comforted by these epistles. That's why we have to keep putting them up. And then we see what's going on in the news, and it's like, hell yeah, shoot. I mean, we don't know how much time we got, but when you see stuff happening, it's linking up the scriptures, it gives you a boost of energy, man. And, you know, Babylon will try to find some way how to break you down, but these prophecies are lifting us up, man. And I just wanted to say that. Or revealing things hidden, especially by foretelling future events. It's hidden to the wicked. It's obvious to us brothers and sisters that's in the know-how. Excuse me. Using the New Testament of the utterance of Old Testament prophets, of the prediction of events relating to Yahweh Shai's kingdom, not Christ, and his speedy triumph, together with the consolations and admonitions pertaining to it, the spirit of prophecy, the divine mind. These other camps don't have no divine mind, man. They don't have the mental faculties to even read, to which the prophetic faculty is due, of the endowment and speech of the Christian teachers called prophets, the real Christians of Israelites, according to Acts 11 and 26. The gifts and utterances of these prophets, especially of the predictions of the works of which, set apart to teach the gospel is the good news, will accomplish for the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Christ. And that's our job, to prophesy. Okay? Now, I want to get into this article. So, like I said, I did a lesson about yesterday about Iran deploying missiles around the Strait of Hormuz, but this is what's going on in Turkey. All right, let's get a map of Turkey, man, just to paint the picture. Now, you read Ezekiel the 38th chapter, that Gomer, okay, is synonymous. I can't even say that to save my life. Gomer is modern day Turkey. All right. And it talks about Gog and Magog will be in alliance with countries like Libya, Ethiopia, Persia, which is Iran, and Gomer, okay, which is modern day Turkey. And I believe Ankara is the capital, not Istanbul. Yeah, see, you got the star right there. All right. Ankara is the capital, not Istanbul. Now, Istanbul is to what? The east. All right. Ankara is kind of like more central. Okay. But this is Turkey. All right. The Apostle Paul went on missions to what is called modern day Turkey. All right. So let's see what's going on in Turkey. Turkey jails Istanbul mayor before trial, stoking opposition anger. Let's see if I can play this, man. I'm not going to use the audio, but fair use. Let's play this. All right, so I'm not gonna play all of it, just a little clip. We can read it, but as you can see, all right, the process of putting somebody else in power, all right, and Erdogan, I forgot his first name, Tayyip Erdogan is the president of Turkey. It says Istanbul, March 23rd. A Turkish court on Sunday jailed Istanbul mayor Imam Moglu, President Tayyip Erdogan, main political rival, pending trial on corruption charges in a move that inflamed the country's biggest protest in more than a decade. The decision to send Imam Oglu to jail comes after the main opposition party, European leaders, and hundreds of thousands of protesters criticized the actions against him as politicized and undemocratic. And that goes into those philosophies, man, in Jeremiah 51:7. That wine, democracy. Where's that coming from? Babylon the Great. All right, like I read in my last lesson, we can read it again. Jeremiah 51:7. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon, Babal, confusion. That's America. All right, this is Babylon the Great. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. That goes into the philosophies. Therefore, the nations are mad. And all these countries want to take a democratic stance. And where'd they get that from? Democracy and freedom. They got that from Babylon the Great, man, aka America. So, it says, as the courtroom developments unfolded, there were signs that the mayor's troubles were galvanizing opposition against Erdogan's government, which has run Turkey for 22 years. Nearly 15 million Republican People's Party (CHP) members and non-members who made up the vast majority steamed into polling stations nationwide to either elect or endorse Imamoglu as its candidate in a future presidential vote, the party said. And man, you still got people voting here in America. They want you to go up here in Georgia. They want you to go vote someday. Someday they go vote for some crooked politician, man. All right, it says the party's chairman said it showed the need for early elections. And this is what all these other nations do: elections, voting, ballots, booths. Imamoglu, let me see if I'm saying that name right. Imamoglu has denied the charges he faces as unimaginable accusations and slanders and called for the nationwide protest on Sunday. So what do you think people are going to do? As you saw in that clip, people are taken to the streets. They're getting sprayed down with pepper spray. All right. It says, "We will rip away this coup, this dark stain in our democracy altogether," he said. Footage shows him being taken to Silivri prison in a police convoy after the ruling. The mayor of Turkey's largest city was also removed from duty, along with two other distinct mayors, the Interior Ministry said. The government denies that investigations are politically motivated and says courts are independent. Turkey's Vice President Cevdet Yilmaz and Central Bank Governor Fatih Carvahan sought separately to calm market jitters that sparked a sharp sell-up in Turkish assets since Imamoglu was detained last week, and that analysts expected to accelerate after his jailing. A nationwide ban on street gatherings was extended on Saturday for 4 more days, with protests, scattered skirmishes with police, and some detentions continued in major cities on Sunday. So what's going on all over the country, man? The fifth night of mostly peaceful anti-government demonstrations. So it says a nationwide ban on street gatherings was extended on Sunday. All right. So let's get this precept straight to the point. 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself." And how we measure the end of Esau's age? By looking at the articles like this and getting precepts, all right, that fulfill what we see, all right, on the news. That lets you know that the Bible is faithful and true. Even from a historical standpoint, when Alexander the Greek came in, the son of Philip the Macedon, that's world history, that's biblical history, man. All right. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." And the Lord is visiting this place. It's just going to keep amplifying more and more. They want to talk about peace and safety. The Most High has other plans. Therefore, because he wants, man, the Lord, even though we went off, man, the Lord wants to see us, all right, his heritage, his people, Israel, rule over these other nations and show them how to do it. Right now, we got to look forward to war. And that's not a bad thing. Most of our people, "Oh, I ain't trying to watch the news, man. It's always bad." If you're in the right mind frame, it's good news. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, there's going back to the earthquakes, I did a lesson on Santorini, Greece, and people still traveling there, even though there's been a lot of earthquakes and tremors in Santorini, Greece. You go to the United States Geological Survey, and you got earthquakes every day, man. Matter of fact, let's just type it up for the sake of this lesson, man, just in case brothers and sisters want to go to it and check it out for yourself. usgs.gov, because it might be somebody listening to this lesson for the first time, you know. Now, United States Geological Survey.gov, just go to latest earthquakes, all right, just straight to the point. And it's going to load all the seismic activity, mainly in the United States, but you can click and you can go, you can go up north to Canada, you can go down to Mexico. You had a few. You had one in Alaska. You had one in Puerto Rico. All right. But you get the point. You go to the United States Geological Survey, and you can look up all these earthquakes that affected North America and other parts of the country. When y'all computers probably better than mine, but when you scroll, you can go to different countries and see the earthquake seismic activity. Excuse me. All right. So 2 Ezra 9 and 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Is this not an uproar in the people, man? People getting pepper sprayed because they thought they man, Imamoglu, all right, was going to be Erdogan, and he got locked up. See if I can play a little bit more of this, man. If it does play. But nonetheless, let me show you some pictures, all right? Let's just type up riots in Istanbul. And see, everyone calls Turkey protests over Imamoglu arrest evil. Turkey faces growing street protesters over Istanbul mayor's arrest. As you can see, man, look at this, man. Let's get a quick picture of this from this article. Protesters hit Istanbul streets over Erdogan rival's arrest. As you can see, you got 12 back here. All right. The police. Excuse my layman's term for the police. All right. A whirling dervish stands in front of riot police in Istanbul. So he just they knocked his ass out and sent his ass to the slammer, man. You can only imagine. All right. So they were spraying people with pepper spray. You can see this mask this guy got on. So these are uproars of the people, man. And you know what? When I woke up this morning and I was watching the news, you Americans don't even know how to protest, man. All right. They were protesting the government job situation with Doge. And it's all peaceful. Y'all probably went home and went to Jimmy John's and got a little sub sandwich and called it a day. These people out here all night. All right. You know, you can see the uproars of the people, man. All right. Getting sprayed with pepper spray. Let's type up. Getting more recent pictures, man. Let me see. See, look, they got police everywhere, man. All right. And guess what? It's going to be one bad apple at the group. All right. Causing all types of chaos, man. So this is what's going on, man. Uproars of the people, man. You know, using these other countries is over the cost of living and some political corruption, man. It's the same old two-step that they do in these countries, man. And, you know, Esau Edom, man, I won't be surprised if this some type of psyop playing the minds of people because they do it in all these countries, man. Somebody tried to take over. And then the guy's in office. He stays in office for like 2 decades. Same old two-step, man. All right. So let's get some more precepts and close it on out. 2 Ezra 9:3 once again. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, March 23rd, uproar of the people in Turkey. You can look it up for yourself. You know. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So, hey, man, what's that scripture, man? I think it's Isaiah 46:10. Just bear with me for a sec. Yes, call on me. How about Shemel Shah? Isaiah 46:9. Remember the former things of old. Hey, that links up with Sirach 39, man. For I am the Most High and there is none else. I am the Most High and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning. That links up with 2 Ezra 9. And from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So the Lord is going to, hey, I got another precept. Continuing on, it says, calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executeth my counsel from a far country, yea, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass, I have purposed it, I will also do it. Now, let me see. Oh, Proverbs 19:21. Let's get another one, man. This is all the counsel of the Heavenly Father, man. This is not the goings of man. The man is these world leaders are used as puppets and pawns. All right, to fulfill His will. All right, and to benefit Israel. Proverbs 19 and 21. There are many devices in a man's heart, especially Esau Edom with his great reset. Okay, there are many devices in a man's heart, his mind. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that shall stand. So the counsel of the Lord is going to stand. Okay, and it's going to be more of this, man. And it's coming to the shores of America, man. It's going to be more earthquakes and uproars of people all over the world. Let's get this last precept. 2 Ezra 16 and 36. Behold the word of the Lord, receive it. Yeah, it's about time for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially you so-called Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. It's about time for you Latinos to wake out of sleep. Your ass been getting deported ever since this guy got in office, and you still just, it's just whatever. You still, you still believing in Jesus and Mary and Michael the Archangel and Santeria and Brujeria, man. Behold the word of the Lord, receive it. But it's going to be 12,000 men out of them tribes who are going to get it, man. Okay? And it's going to be, there's going to be men, women, and children that's going to believe as well. Believe not the guys of whom the Lord spake. Because that's what got us into trouble in the first place, man. Coming out of the ancient Egypt, man. That's why we're hearing this modern day Egypt today. Got to go into work the next day. You know why? Because we were worshiping false gods. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All right, these prophecies aren't slacking, man. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains can pass her womb. With pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so, when a child comes out of his mother's womb, he's not going back into the womb, man. All right, it's said and done. Okay? Same thing with these prophecies. When they come to pass and they amplify more and more and get bigger and bigger and bigger, it's not going to be able to no way to stop it, man. Even so, shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth? And the world shall mourn. It's going to be mourning for all 4 corners of the earth, man. And sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So this is the times that we in, and we're here to prophesy and tell you what's happening. Okay, so with that, on to the next one. Lord willing, I was edifying. I want to say shalom.